Capricorn, this is going to be your reading for the next week or so. I know it's been a while, my friends, but I had to take a little bit of time to myself. I hope you understand. This is going to be a reading for you. As always, please take what resonates and leave what does not. If you would like to book me for a personal reading, the link to do that is down below in the description box. And if you do like the video, please do remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. Let's take a look at what's going on for you here, Capricorn. Queen of Swords. Ooh, okay. So you could be dealing with an air sign, or this is you, or this is someone in your life who is very, could be you, keep it in mind, very critical, very sort of analytical, someone who's very intelligent, very independent with their thoughts, very straightforward, very direct, right? King of Wands in reverse. Okay. I'm seeing two players here. Okay. Queen of Swords in reverse would not stand for this King of Wands in reverse. Or excuse me, Queen of Swords in the upright would not stand for the King of Wands in reverse. These could be aspects within yourself, or these could be this could be an outside relationship here, right? That's just appearing in the external. But the King of Wands in reverse, typically someone who is very egotistical, someone could potentially be a little bit narcissistic. This could be someone who is conversely a little bit too passive with their life because they kind of are, they're not comfortable expressing themselves. See, even now I'm kind of getting that vibe with the King of Wands in reverse. It's like someone who doesn't have confidence. This could be an aspect of you, or this could be someone that you're dealing with. Let's see. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Could be a check on your ambition. Six of Pentacles in reverse could be an illusion, desire, cupidity, jealousy, envy crossing you. Okay, crowning you is the Page of Wands. Communication, an announcement, good news. The Nine of Pentacles, independence, self-assurance, certainty. I think that you are breaking through some kind of illusion here, Capricorn. I think that you are becoming more confident within yourself. I think that this could also be coming through in your communication. I think that you could be speaking a little bit more clearly these days, or just making better sense of your thoughts. Maybe there's an aspect here of you not really being fully confident in something here that ultimately proves to be an illusion because you're coming through in this very self-assured energy, the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Past energy is the Eight of Wands, and someone could actually have a crush on you. Someone could actually really like you. And you're coming through in this very independent energy. Moving into the future, we have the High Priestess. Yeah, wow. You're coming through in a very sort of like holy expression of like the divine feminine here with the High Priestess coming out here in the future. I think that if you are interested in someone or someone's interested in you, there's a waiting willingness here, the High Priestess moving into the future. I think that you're ready to move something forward with the High Priestess. And I think that you've been kind of evaluating or preparing here with the Eight of Wands in the recent past. And moving into the future, it seems like you are really trusting in your intuition as well. Any messages that you're receiving at this time, it's like you have the discernment to be able to tell which ones are for you and which ones resonate, which ones are correct. So if you're watching like YouTube videos, for example, or you're just, maybe you're kind of like getting messages from the divine, maybe you're seeing signs and synchronicities, you're capable of understanding and recognizing what's for you and what means what, basically is what I'm seeing here. I think that there was an issue here with maybe there was some kind of illusion, right, around your sense of self-confidence when it came to listening to your intuition. And I think that that is clearing up for you right now, Capricorn. I think that you're becoming a lot more certain, even when it comes to expressing your ideas, especially with that Page of Wands coming out here. And I think that, you know, you've been kind of getting this into order, or you've been getting this in line with the Eight of Wands in the past. So in the self energy, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You're freeing yourself from this self-doubt. You're freeing yourself from this self-criticism is really what I'm getting here with that Eight of Pentacles, or excuse me, not Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse can also be the unforeseen, can be crisis. I think that maybe you were kind of in that and you had to kind of get yourself out of it. It could have been that you were in crisis for a time and it caused you to kind of doubt yourself. Eight of Swords in reverse. But the thing about it though is you have the Queen of Swords out here as our significator. So if that was the case, you're finding yourself in a position now of having learned from and fully integrated the lesson of the Eight of Swords, that you're not powerless, that you're not blind, that you can make a difference, that you can move things forward the way that you want to, in your own way. You have power. And as you move into the future, High Priestess, you begin to understand this fully. Your environment, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I see you feeling discouraged and defeated, a little bit powerless because of your external environment. External circumstances seem to have made you feel stuck. And I think that's where you're coming from. But you're also in this energy of no nonsense. Like, I'm not going to be the victim, basically, is what you're saying here with that Queen of Swords, the King of Wands in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse, you're saying, I'm not going to deal with this illusion around not being able to do anything about where I'm at. Hopes and fears, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah. And the outcome, the Page of Cups in reverse. Ultimately, you see through all of this illusion, this calamity, this catastrophe, this disaster. It's like there's no. It's almost like I'm and not to belittle you, but I'm kind of seeing this energy of someone who's like drowning in like a foot of water, maybe like 3 feet of water, and they don't realize they can stand up and like they're fine. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here, Capricorn. Like, there's no need for you to panic. Okay. What else do we have here for Capricorn, please? Yeah, safety. Even now, I'm kind of picking up on the energy. Yeah. It's important for you to be able to accept change and go with the flow. I think that's what you've been doing. And I think that's kind of like the whole like lesson here is that, you know, if you choose to kind of like wallow in misery, it's going to continue to keep you stuck. Eight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, right? And it's also an illusion. Page of Pentacles, excuse me, Page of Cups in reverse, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and crossing. Yeah, stagnation, stagnation in reverse. Okay, I think that's a lost opportunity. Let me see, number 12. Yeah. Remember, it's okay to pass on some things, but before you turn away, ask yourself why you may feel averse or disinterested. What fears, if any, inform your decision. So Is there something here that you are saying no to? Queen of Swords, the King of Wands in reverse. One more. Starting over in reverse. Talks about shedding your skin, releasing something. Number 34. You may be feeling meek or fearful in the face of necessary change. Remember that all things must come to an end, and endings needn't be sorrowful. As a snake loses its skin, revealing a new layer of healthy scales, you too must shed what no longer serves. One more. Productivity in reverse. There's a procrastination here. Okay. So there's this energy here of maybe you having been discouraged in the past and having lost opportunities because you didn't feel like you were capable. Or maybe there was something here that you were holding on to in terms of you having lost some kind of opportunity, right? And Spirit's saying just to kind of like let that go. Don't allow that to dictate how things are going to progress for you in the future, especially with that productivity in reverse. It's almost as if maybe there's been some procrastination here. Maybe you've been holding on to something. Can you get a little bit more about this? Clarity in reverse, trepidation in reverse, and departure. Yeah, it's like this fear that I'm picking up on. This fear to like go all in, or this fear to like really follow a particular calling because you're not really certain about it, or you weren't. Huh. Can we get a little bit more about this, please? Why is this coming up for Capricorn? Self-love, 2255. Insecurity in reverse. Okay. So it looks like you're resolving some insecurities here, Capricorn. Some insecurities that may have caused you to miss opportunities, or insecurities that may have caused you to kind of pass up on certain opportunities altogether. Maybe insecurities that cause you to delay taking advantage of certain opportunities, or maybe there's something here to do with like maybe you kind of like getting confused because you're hesitating, or hesitating because you're confused. But I see you moving on from that here. Yeah, so we have security in reverse, no vision for the future, lack of trust in your ability to take care of yourself, need to take control of your finances, and excessive spending or scarcity mindset. The affirmation is, my actions create constant abundance. This could be about your finances and career. Self-love, instigating changes to rebalance, taking initiative, being a driving force in your narrative, being nice to yourself, accepting help, and offering assistance in return. So it seems like you are moving forward now. Yeah, you're moving forward from an era where you didn't have clarity, or you were just confused. You didn't really have a vision for the future, and you're deciding for yourself. Once again, we're kind of coming full circle with this message. You're deciding for yourself that you are the one who's going to create your future. And so you're letting go of the illusion that outside circumstances are going to dictate how you move forward, or that, you know, you're stuck because something outside of you is saying that you're stuck. Goodness gracious, Capricorn. This message. All right, what else do we have here for Capricorn? You're not stuck. So I feel like you're getting unstuck, as a matter of fact. Kind of similar to Virgo's reading. You recognize your own power. You're recognizing your own power right now. What else we got for Capricorn? Yeah, Revelation. Let's read Revelation 57. An unprecedented experience, discovery, and revelation. You are called now to embark on a sacred journey. The Arthurian knights in their quest for the Holy Grail had to make sure to take an unmarked trail that no one had ever followed, or they would not accomplish their goal. Likewise, you must enter the darkest forest of your soul via a route as yet unidentified to find what you seek. Maybe that's a part of the reason why you had this trepidation. Because it's something that hasn't been done before. And you were kind of doubting yourself because there was nobody else that you could really look to for advice or guidance. Yeah, lack of trust in your ability to take care of yourself or no vision for the future. It's like you didn't really have an example. The manicured paths will bring you only temporary pleasure and later great pain. Stop it. You already know there is no reward at the end of the road you are following. You are only killing time. Pause, breathe, and commit in your heart to a sacred endeavor. Vow to not look for old solutions that may have worked with past challenges. Get out of character, try the outrageous, and keep your quest private. Now is not the time to speak of the voice that called you to embark on the unmarked trail. That time will come. The unmarked trail can be a sign that you have already made a choice, even if you do not want to acknowledge it. Be at peace with what your heart already knows to be true. Your heart has already been made up, and your mind will follow. Pack lightly, taking with you only essential beliefs that you know to be trustworthy under all circumstances. The universe has your back. And I do really feel like you are kind of unpacking this old belief that you are powerless once again. Yeah, separation, that you're in separation from yourself, you're in separation from something that really... No, you're separating from this old belief. You're separating from this old belief, Capricorn. See, even now, I'm like working through the confusion in this energy. It's so dense. All right. The Chamber of Surrender. All right, we're going to read this card for you, Capricorn, and then we're going to wrap up your message here. Chamber of Surrender. I think maybe I should start taking breaks between these readings because doing them one right after another is low-key messing with me. But let's see. Chamber of Surrender. There is a mysterious pulse of life woven through every living thing. Everything changes, and so it should. Nothing is stagnant or permanent. So anything you attempt to control or cling tightly to will likely cause you to become out of sync with life's intelligent ways. And this card is your reminder to loosen your grip. This doesn't mean that the things you cling to for fear of nothing coming to take their place aren't meant for you. If you loosen your grip, they may indeed stay right there, but devoting all your life force to the clinging will likely leave you depleted, rigid, and stuck as you rely on your personal will rather than the flow of life. Surrender requires courage and the faith that if you give it your all, that which is meant for you will find you. If you're looking to create something or call something in, surrender is an important part of the process. If you're having a difficult time in a relationship, surrender can be an essential ingredient. Sometimes the way to shift something is to find a way to soften our rigidity around it. Whether your dream is for a relationship, a career accomplishment, an acknowledgement, or to heal something all-consuming, surrender is key. This card comes with a message of hope and encouragement, telling you not to lose heart and to remember to keep telling yourself, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender. Whoops, this is the wrong card. You see, Capricorn? What am I gonna do? I surrender, and I have 6 Capricorn placements. So Anything that is outside of your control, I think you're kind of learning to just surrender to it. Anything that causes confusion, you're learning to let it go. Instead of clinging to things, the Page of Cups in reverse, you're learning a very, very deep lesson here. All right, Capricorn, but that is what we have for you. If you liked this video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more. And if you'd like to book me for a personal reading, the link to that is going to be down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, Capricorn, and take care.